Hello and welcome to the July 2022 installment of Astronomy Spotlight. My name is Kirk Rosberg. I'm the planetarium coordinator here at the Hastings Museum. And this month I want to cover two topics. It won't take too long to go through. The first is the supermoon, and the second is an update on the James Webb Space Telescope. First, the supermoon. There are actually 4 supermoons this year. There was one in May and June, and there will also be one this month and in August. I'm going to zoom in on our moon here. Usually, the moon is about 238,900 miles away from Earth, on average. But during the supermoon, it can be considerably closer. In fact, this time around, it will have a distance of just about 222,000 miles from Earth. So considerably closer than usual, and it can actually be about 14% larger and appear about 30%, up to 30% brighter than the farthest full moon of the year, which is sometimes called the micromoon. As you can see in this comparison image here, the supermoon is a fair bit larger and of course brighter than the farthest moon, the farthest full moon of the year. And this will occur on July 13th of this year. And it is mostly kind of a psychological thing. I mean, just telling you that the moon is going to possibly appear larger and brighter may tell your mind that it actually is bigger and brighter. And of course, you know, when you see it rise, whether it's on the horizon and whether there are buildings and stuff for comparison, will also have a psychological effect on how big or bright the moon actually can appear. The term supermoon originated a little over 40 years ago. It was more than 40 years ago, but it did not catch on at all until the term started to come back in 2011. And in 2016, the media really kind of grabbed a hold of it when they found out there were actually going to be 3 supermoons in that year. So now it is very commonplace. We hear the term supermoon about every year, because there is a supermoon every year. 3, possibly 4 during the course of 1 year, and they are always consecutive. All right. Some Native American tribes called the July full moon the buck moon because in early spring, the antlers on the male deer began to grow, but in July, the antlers stopped growing and developed their pointy spikes and were simply at their most impressive in appearance. So that is why we call the July full moon the buck moon. So this is actually going to be the full buck supermoon, or the full super buck moon, maybe? I don't know. Say it however you want. Now, the other thing I want to talk about is the James Webb Space Telescope, which was launched, as you might recall, December, actually Christmas Day of 2021. It got off the ground and has been it has got to its point at L2, which is the second Lagrange point, about 1 million miles away from the Earth. And NASA has recently announced that the first full-color processed images from the JWST will be released on July 12th. So the full supermoon is going to be on the 13th of July, and this first release of the James Webb Space Telescope imagery in full color, in infrared, but in full color, is going to be on July 12th during a news conference held at NASA. You can watch NASA TV, go to the YouTube NASA channel, their Twitter account, and certainly if you go to nasa.gov, which is their homepage, they will probably be accessible there, certainly on the morning of July 12th, starting at around 9:30, which is when the press conference will actually take place. At that time, all of the instruments on the Webb Space Telescope will be fully commissioned, and it will begin its 10 to 20 year study of the universe in near and mid-infrared light, to look back to see the very first galaxies in the early universe. So that is going to be quite a spectacular thing to see. All right, thank you for joining me this month, and of course, join me again next month for another edition of Astronomy Spotlight. Thank you for watching.